welcome to day 2 of recording my new, as yet untitled, album. Today we are at Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, we're on the trail of icons on this album. We've been so blessed to be able to book time at such short notice at such illustrious venues, some of them not even still in existence.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Isn't that incredible?
How did we do that? I mean,
Have you been to Abbey Road?
yes.
You have?
I'm right here, right now. But
yes.
Yeah.
Have you been to Abbey Road before?
Yes, I have, yes.
When did you go?
Oh, it was a few years ago, wasn't it? Quite a few years ago. But
We were lucky enough, we had to go on an errand to get some acetates cleaned up for my mother, and must find those tapes, incidentally.
that would be a good idea, wouldn't it, children?
In doing so, we had a tour, and the lady who normally gives the tours was busy, so she asked young, I can't remember his name,
Stan.
young Stan, to give us the tour. Where did we go, Chris?
We went everywhere.
So we were lucky enough to have a tour of Abbey Road, not by the lady who normally gives the tours, who I'm sure is very good, but from young Stan.
Yeah.
Who was Stan?
He was an assistant engineer. I think he'd gone in as an intern, and then he was doing that kind of role, working his way up, and he'd actually been taken on as an assistant engineer. So it does work. That process that stupid people, or that stupid process that people go through, it does work. But it's blooming hard work, and you end up not necessarily engineering, but showing people around the studio.
But we went up on the roof.
We did, yeah, there's a song about that.
We went where apparently they used to go and have a little smoke. And we went in the microphone cupboard. Do you remember the microphone cupboard?
Yeah, that was amazing, that was. I mean, we have Neumann microphones here, and we have Shure SM57s, which we just throw on everything. But the Neumanns are really expensive, and they treat them the way that we treat SM57s in this place. They just got them in drawers, it's just
all dented.
Yeah, which is...
Mr. Smith, I think he's still there.
I hope he's still alive.
I think someone told me. I dropped in last year to see my dad, working with Daphne Guinness, and I think Mr. Smith is still there. And he invited me to sing through an old, what was that microphone?
It was an EMI. It was a valve mic. Very, very early.
Yeah. It was incredible.
It's brilliant.
I mean, who could have sung through that microphone? Everybody.
It's been on everything. People use it as room mics.
Yeah.
That
was awesome. So that was a real treat. I don't think we would have got that. But you go in the corridors. I mean, it's literally like our home studio. Corridors lined full of just stuff. You open a cupboard and there's just like some vintage, legendary, priceless piece of equipment there, just sat there.
Well, there's racks of gear that, it's just there, just not doing anything. And, people spend thousands on these things, and it's just collecting dust.
Oh, the outboard room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a library, but with outboard gear instead of books.
Oh, no, not that room. They're just racks in the corridor with just, we don't need this channel strip, so we'll just throw it in here. And it's just collecting dust. I mean, it's
crazy place. So I went there last year. My dad was there, which is nice to catch up with him. He was actually working in Studio 3, which I believe is where my mother sang Those Are the Days. At least, I have to check that fact, but she was definitely stood there at one point. Robin Hitchcock was there the year before. He'd used Studio 3, and we went down to the gift shop. My dad was very keen to visit the gift shop, as we walked in, Sound and Vision was playing, and my mum going do 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 do. So they must have had a camera waiting for us to go down. So that was a real treat. So here we are at Abbey Road. I'm not sure which studio. Maybe Studio 2. Studio 2. I think we booked the whole thing for the whole day, so we've got a track. So Chris, here we are in Studio 2. How are we laid out? How have you laid out the recording stuff?
Because it's a nice big room, we're going to try and get as much ambience in as we can. So if you look all the way over there, my bass cab is set up over there. And then over there, just over by the stairs there, that's where your guitar rig is. Of course, my arm's been cut off just at the elbow, but you have to assume that my finger is pointing further beyond the frame. And then beyond there is where Jess's guitar amp is.
It's a huge room. And the control room is upstairs in the gallery.
Yeah.
Hi guys, they're helping us out today.
How rude.
we've tried to set up as much as possible live. So what I did was doing some pre-production on these tracks, which, as I said, were recorded and performed lots of times over the last couple of years, which is really good. They're road tested, so we know them. We've played them live.
No is always a pejorative term, but yeah.
Well, it's always different in the studio, isn't it? They come out differently. In fact, I've changed some chords unexpectedly that I didn't.
That was exciting.
So what we do, we are playing live, me and Chris together, just guitar and bass. We have all that stuff laid out more or less as we do in a gig. Here's my guitar. We're playing to a backing track I've made of drums and keyboards and a guide vocal and maybe some other ideas if they popped up at the time. Play along to those, and it's great actually. I find my timing is better playing to
It's a different feel.
A whole drum part rather than just a click track. But of course these are rockier songs, they lend themselves to that.
Yes.
And then after that we will we'll do a couple of takes, and then I'll do a vocal maybe, and then yesterday we did some sax parts on a song, which was great fun. I had my tenor and my alto out, yeah, it's going well.
It seems to be, yes. Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yes.
Touch wood. So let's crack on for the day and see how it comes out.
Let's have a cup of tea first, though.
Oh, a cup of tea, definitely. Stan, make us a cup of tea. Thanks very much. Milk, no sugar.
No, Trev's getting the tea.
Oh, Trevor.
Yeah,
Trevor's getting the
Stan's
tea.
busy.
Oh, right, okay.
See you in a bit.
You know